Good morning, good evening, or good night, folks. My name is Simon Redhand, and this is Gaming Redhanded, where I play and sometimes review games that I find interesting. And what I find interesting today is Tavern Talk, a game where you play an innkeeper in a Dungeons and Dragons style tavern. Now, this game's a cozy game, visual novel of sorts, and the game is basically you're sitting here tending to the adventurers as they take a break between their dungeons and their, hunting down bandits and monsters and saving cities, and you're the innkeeper and you're serving these folks. Pretty cool concept. I don't expect any crazy combat to happen here. I think it's all going to be about relaxing and enjoying the stories that they're going to tell. Every now and then I like these visual novels because they can they're kind of cool. They got good stories. I'm a big fan of good stories, even though sometimes I need some combat, but every now and then I could play one of these games from start to finish. All right, so let's see how this goes. Hi, innkeeper. How's it going? All fine and dandy? Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy? Yes, all fine and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really, really exciting. Did you go on an adventure? Even better. I took a walk around the grove, and then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster or a mushroom mimic. Maybe a gnome. Did it? No. But I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great. I got to see the same stones, the same trees. The same amaranthine hydra guarding the entrance up to Avalon. Same moss. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there, so sounds very exciting. Who am I kidding? My life is exciting as a roasted nut. Nuts are healthy, very thrilling in sauces or a snack. There are various types of nuts: walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts. I'm allergic. Oh. I didn't know that. Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut. Just not something very fun. Anaphylactic shock and all that. Does that count as an adventure? No. I think that counts as a mistake. So, what you're saying is you're missing some spice. Oh, no. I have very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. Oh, I'm very good at growing phoenix chilies. I was talking about spice in your life. Oh, that's what you meant. Well, yes, exactly. That's it. There's no chili flakes or garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like bland soup. So a classic case of boredom, I see. Do you know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? Like, life isn't so bad, also not particularly fun? Have you tried visiting a circus? Have you tried adding some zest to your soup? We'll do with that one. Huh? Drama, buzz, excitement, something fiery. Go to the theater, or a gala. Arrive in a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon? Don't they fly up really high? Yes, I think that's the point. I'm afraid of heights and people and of actors. But apart from that, I tried singing. But what is singing if not for telling of a tale? How can I sing of things I've never lived through or anything? Rappers do it all the time. Just make some stuff up, What do you mean? Well, day in, day out, I live the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forest, I go look after it. But I want to get out there and see something. Like, for example, listen to this song I started writing. I'm not singing that. I wish to be a hero slaying mighty drakes. I wish to meet the pretty nymphs resting by the lakes. A pretty nymph? That's pretty daring. That sounds like a good song opening to me. Of course it is. That's the point. Finding them enjoying themselves in the water. The sun shining through the tree tops. making the stream glisten in fragmented light, a divine beauty. I would love this thing about the exciting magical things I encounter. Character information unlocked. Let's see what this is. So Fable Verfinia is a 100-year-old elf who's done nothing as a ranger, which is kind of disappointing. Fable Verfinia is a ranger taking care of the Ashen Grove. They're a sweet and gentle soul, and a regular at the Wayfarer's Inn. They dream of being an adventurer, but are troubled by severe anxiety. Well, everything. Really, their nut allergy doesn't seem to help either. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. Not a lot of songs you can write about that. I wouldn't mind a jingle. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I prefer you didn't. Okay. Maybe one day I'll get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Yes, I'd love a drink. The usual. Yes, please. That means a swift strike, in case you forgot. Thank you for the reminder, Fable. It's my favorite. It always makes me feel like a featherlight nymph floating in the waves of a sunny lake. Do you want to be with the nymph or be the nymph? Both? But mostly I want a swift strike. Message received. Although, I was wondering, I've been coming to your tavern for so long and I still don't know anything about you, about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? And me too, because I don't know what you're doing. Really? Yes. What should I do? Do I need to put on an apron or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me. Welcome to my drink mixing nook. Hello, Andu. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Where do we start? Just from looking at this, it looks like the traditional style of these games where it's like you got the mixing thing, you got your ingredients on this side of the screen here. I'm guessing Andu is your dump. If you screw up your drink, you feed it to Andu, he's gonna eat it or drink it or whatever else you're making, right? And then I'm gonna guess this is gonna show my recipe. Is this chalkboard up here, hopefully? Where do we start? Well, usually I start by figuring out what I want my patrons to want. Usually I figure out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. Let's have a look. Oh, you pinned my order. I did. If I want to look for specifics, I check my detailed notes. I do keep a log just in case. When I'm not sure what was asked of me, I browse my recipes. Can you just freehand something to see what sticks? No. I like to mix and match for more varied results, but the right balance is crucial, so I stick to my recipes. When I've settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw it on the board. What if you picked the wrong one? I can either erase it with a sponge or pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in 5 bottles on the right. There's dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. I think dexterity sounds the tastiest. I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess up or want to redo my drinks for any other reason, I can simply feed my mistakes to Andu. Once I'm done, I ring the bell and activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magical details. Just try making a drink, you've got this. Okay. So, first let's find the journal. Where's the journal anyway? Tab. I guess I gotta click it. I couldn't find a shortcut button for it. Alright, so she wants the Swift Strike. Swift Strike. Be a leaf on the wind with a Swift Strike. This is a must-have for any dexterity-devoted adventurer. Grants you agility, speed, and remarkable accuracy. Oh, and it's a tasty drink. With an order of this delicious, you will exceed any dwarf's kill count in no time. So we're gonna draw this recipe. Cool. Now, how does that tell me what it wants? Is it just 3 dexterity drops? Which one's dexterity? This dexterity? Oh, okay, so it shows me what it is here. My screen's getting cut off, though. I don't see the entire wheel over here. This is dexterity, though, right? So, 1, 2, 3. Do I just pour it in? I don't think that's quite 3 yet. Hold on. There we go. All right. Is that it? Do I do anything else? There's 3. That's it. Then what? It's not the right drink. The recipe has to fit. Well, it just shows me 3 of this. And then what do I do? So I got 3 of this in here. It's already up. And what do I do? Put the whole bottle in there? No. All right. Pour some in. Okay. The drink is not finished yet. Okay, what do I do next? So I pour it in here. Where's my cup? Do I get to pour it in a cup or something? Oh, it requires... It doesn't look like this yet. So I gotta pour something in here to make it go down. Like that? No. So that's not it. Well, it does also have some, what's this, intelligence in there, I guess? Oh, okay. So I basically gotta make it match that image on the screen there. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Wow, it actually does teleport. Of course it does. What do you think it was? What do you think was happening? I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand. I see. Well, give your creation a taste. That's delicious. I made that? You made that. Thank you for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared they'd be the end of you? Maybe, but how would I know if I never try? Do you actually want to try? Well, yes. I want to tell great stories, but what? Never mind. Oh, look at you. Dark and ominous, dude. Bet you want an assassin-style drink. Why did this pop up? How can I help you? A drink. For you? Right. What kind? Drinkable. Very specific. Thank you. How about a spoken heart? Some charisma couldn't hurt. Sure. Whatever. All right, so let's find out what a spoken heart is. Draw that on the board. I don't think it really matters too much about the recipe. I just need to find something that pulls the direction I need to pull in. So this is going to be 3 in this direction here. Okay. Idiot. Tap this way. Tap down with the charisma. Oh, I got too much in here. Okay, let's fix this. Okay, so I need there, and then some charisma. Some of this. There we go. Spoken heart. This should be digestible. Maybe even tasty. Thanks. Almost washes away the memories of that banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. And her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Rumor unlocked. Song of bones in water. Here. A banshee is haunting the lonesome lagoon, wailing the song that should shatter your bones. Hopefully hyperbole. What do I do with the rumors? I guess I could give them to people. All right. The brooding type, I see. What are you thinking about, Fable? Just dreams. Yours or someone else's? Fine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brother says dreams are fool's errands, that I'm running away from where I belong. We're rangers, Fable. We belong to the woods, like the stream that ripples down the mountain. Or the birds in the trees. We keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. And is that what you want to do? Yes. No, not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. I want to sing songs about adventures that make other people yearn for the same freedom. Of course, I could never leave Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the grove, as well as my sisters. I think he'd be fine without me. Then you should do what your heart desires. Will it stop aching then? I think so. Yes. What if... It's wrong to leave, though. What if destiny never meant for me to leave? What if it did? That would be a dream come true. It would be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. It's kind of sad. Maybe I should send her after the Banshee. She'd probably die, though. That sounds like a high-level quest. Greetings, traveler. How can I help you? You own this establishment, Innkeep? Last time I checked. With whom do I have the pleasure? The name's Karen. Care, or Lynn. Couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Care. Lynn. What can I do for you? Perhaps something to drink? You did anything with the quest, right? So they say. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board. No quest for me. But I may have one for you. Or your notice board. Tell me more. Heard of a werewolf making trouble up in Tavern, terrorizing farmers, tearing sheep apart, the whole program? A werewolf? That's news to me. So this is my quest board, these rumors that pop up. Listen, me too. Didn't see one in almost a decade, and that was far south of Arrowway. Arrowway? Arrowway. Oh, bad. They do have a golden mine, okay. Pretty one was the same one, just moving up like a nomad. I thought werewolf hype died along with that one romance novel. You mean the one with the vampires? Think so. Nah, they just split society in two camps, Team Werewolf or Team Vampire. Which one are you, Innkeeper? Vampires are cooler. So you're into fangs, are you? And Innkeep never tells. You little rascal. I like you. Likewise. What about you? Vampires? Why? Werewolves are too close to my kind. And yeah, I'd rather stay away from them. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yes. No. I'm afraid he might look a little too much like my Uncle Dragon. Would feel like would feel bad slaying that fella. You know, hunchbacked, hairy, crooked teeth. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dagan? Can't tell. Same fate befell Aunt Olga. I'm sorry to hear that. Nah, that hag had coming. Never fall behind your grooming schedule, or before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. So is this based in modern times? Like, is it based in the real world, but, you know, in a fantasy spin-off dimension? The Van Helsings also hunt werewolves? Don't know. Don't care enough to check. Either way, that's Southern Werewolf, yeah? Right. Anything else that might help the others get done with it rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon me? Should they get into a dangerous situation, they should just have to start playing fetch. That works. On a dog. On any dog? Trust me. Good to know. Thanks, Care. Lynn. It's not hard. Either Carolyn, Care, or Lynn. Gotcha. Carolyn. Alright, Chief. You got a name or just Innkeep? Just Innkeep for now. Playing hard to get, I see. Well, Innkeep, then before I venture on, you got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? I'll take something powerful, something that's got a whole lot of strength. And don't you dare give me any of that watered down muck instead. Alright, so what have I got? Damn, but strength. No. It's a strength, right? The sword. Agnes, and Agnes is the bottom one, right? Yeah, okay. So, Southern Brawler. All right, and then you need some of this, and then you need some charisma. There you go. A drink with 0 water, as requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving. Thanks. Where will you head from here? Back west? Through Ashen Grove? Got some business to take care of. What kind of business? Personal business. Care to elaborate? No. But you won't stop asking until I do, will you? No. My cousin claims your crops are being stolen by undead snails. Pretty sure I'm hallucinating. I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. I did hear some folks complaining about undead uptick in the west, so might as well humor her. And make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself. Something like that. Yeah. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrection of the dead. It's certainly unconventional. That's one way to put it. I think there's not much use to digging up the past. Just going to the open wounds you stapled shut. Or eat your face. The past haunts everyone willing to listen. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophizing. You started this conversation. And I'm ending it. Alright. Well then. If you find any more rumors from me or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf. Don't do groups, but sure, for more work, I'll head back. I'll be waiting. Speaking of rumors, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them going to waste. I don't really know how to turn them into anything. I could use some help. Fine, I guess I got a few minutes. Let me see your setup. I also keep them written down in my journal so I don't forget. Smart. I think the best next step would be sorting the matching snippets onto your quest page. So just drag them over and make sure they all for the same quest. Otherwise you'll end up confusing adventurers. Once you're done, select a quill of yours and it'll be written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for your help, Carolyn. Put it on my tab. That's not how that works. Good night to you too. Alright then. Let's assemble this quest. Oh, we got a quest for the werewolf, right? Let's put it here. Vulcan Carolyn told me about a werewolf that's roaming around Tavern, a potential threat to villagers. Put that down there. The werewolf has been seen in Arova, a southern town, a nomad, or do they have a goal in mind? Werewolf's secret weakness is playing fetch. Apparently has no dog can resist. That should be it, right? A werewolf on detours. A reticent Vulcan in past the Wayfarer's Inn, reporting a werewolf making their way up the Tagrin from Arova. They pose a potential threat to both helpless sheep and the villagers. Apparently werewolves love playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take on this quest and save Tagrin from the werewolf? Do I pay them with my own funds? Who gives the reward for the quest? I guess we're done for the day. The Wayfarer's Inn. Prelude to Bravery. 58th of the Wake. Now, what other quests work? Like, if I take my quest that I put together, which she should not be taking because she can't, doesn't seem like she's a fighter at all, then do I get a reward, or do I have to give them a reward for my own funds? I don't know how that works. What do you have there, Fable? I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorizing Tagrin. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday? Not yet. What kind of hero are you, looking for? One who knows their way around difficult terrain, woods even. Preferably one who is good with a bow. One who tells me they want the quest. I'm good with a bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around the woods. I know, Fable. Do you want the quest, Fable? And maybe I want the quest? Just maybe. No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I step into your tavern and there's a quest practically jumps out at me and I think, hey, there's the start of a new adventure. It's near a forest. You know forest. You live in the forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they are also human. But you've talked to humans before. And you got silver arrows for your birthday last year and they're just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you if anyone has taken it yet. And then I didn't think that far ahead. I see. Or rather I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest and I have to go on the quest? And I have to fight the werewolf or talk to the werewolf, which is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if I try to shoot it with my silver arrow and I miss and I shoot the tree instead? And the tree would be mad at me. But it wouldn't really matter because I'd be dead because of the werewolf. That took quite a turn. It's pretty dark. I mean, the werewolf would probably kill you because you're not really an adventurer. So maybe I should put the quest back. Fable? Yes? Do you want me to tell you to take the quest? Maybe. I can't make this decision for you. Neither can I. Maybe I have to make the difficult decision. It's like I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes a decision for me. Like a slime. A frozen slime. A frozen slime that can't move. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water. More slime. Bones. You sell bones? Only the slimes. Maybe you'll add mine to the bones to your menu soon. You'll just have to pick them up from the forest floor. I think I'd have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general? I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. About taking the quest. It seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but it would make a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic. Fable, the protector of the woods. The world. The worms. The worms. They seem like they need protecting. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, I start to think more deeply about what might happen. And all my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy. Is there something that might make you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf? We don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might. Well, heroes have history, right? Great feats they can look back to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures that remind them of the light and the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like my Morgan incident? My first encounter with the Amaranthine Hydra? Or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me? Why does no one want to spend time with you? Because I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be, nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out of the whole kingdom. Everyone would pass it by, except for me. I get caught in it and it rip my coat. Did it happen once? Once? I wish it'd been only just once. It seems like my life follows a path that's most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Fable. Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming and they make for a nice bouquet, you know? Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety when I'm around them. But me being me, I confused them with their evil twin, the Weeping Amaryllis. And now, guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping. Like a baby, all day long when I plucked them. They released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt the sadness of the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry. That sounds horrible, Fable. It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture out of hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes. Your first encounter with the Hydra? Well, just a day after it arrived to the guard portal of the Dream Plane. Just a day after it arrived to guard the portal to the Dream Plane Avalon, I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I bought it some homemade biscuits. I burnt a little in the oven, but I thought since it had fire breath, they wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranthine Hydra. I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around and how its green scales match my hat. But it was so tall and tuning, I forgot to say all about what I wanted to say. So I just set down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. It looked at my biscuits, then at me, and then said, "By the rivers of the stars stands a man who reads the firmament's past. Some things are as sturdy as the gilded ice. Some things as changing as the Leviathan sea. All chimeras hate mice. All hydras love tea." Oh, interesting. I thought to myself, wow, the Amaranthine Hydra has given me a riddle. No, it just said it wants some tea. A quest. Maybe it should be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answers, so I left. I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to step foot in front of it again, lest it know I was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore, and I ran back to apologize and begged for its answer. Turns out, that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea. Did you get it some? Yes. Then you completed its quest. 3 days late. If it had needed an antidote, it would have died. Would haves are about as useful as antidotes when you have been poisoned. When you haven't been poisoned. They changed nothing. I suppose you have a point. See this. Won't let me click this anymore, even though it's still on my screen. It's kind of weird that it's showing stuff on this outer edge here, which is kind of off my screen. Sometimes I can interact with it, or sometimes it leaves like a weird, like, ghosting image on these sides here. I'm not sure if that's intended or not. The Mari Morgan incident. Yes, the Mari Morgan incident. That was probably the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me. Do we really have to talk about that? Only if you want to. Alright. But just because it's you. An adventuring party was on their way passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvan spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night, and the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirits who called it home. So, they wanted guidance from the local ranger. A merchant up in Tavern recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure. Yay. And no riddles to get confused about either. I was so excited, but also very, very nervous. So of course, it had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. Why were you so nervous? New people, seasoned adventurers, one stronger than the next, all in shining armor and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. How did it go wrong? I felt their condescending glares on my back as they walked through the woods. Of course, I didn't know whether they actually glared, but my fear got the hold of me and I led them astray. I must have blacked out. I never got lost in the woods before, but this time I did. I couldn't see well. There was blood rushing in my ears, and I felt dizzy. So, for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever take. Past riverbanks of the Shire of the Shivermere, home to the Mari Morgan. You know the Mari Morgan, yes? A wrathful spirit that's known to drown men. Not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. Some stupid reason I led them right to her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out of the dawn when the dawn broke. And the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey, and I silently bid my farewells. We reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still laughing stock of every time. Yeah. I'm sure I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughing stock of every one of their gatherings. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right to the arms of the wyvern Chimera that resides in the Quag Mangrove. They say it has a taste for adventurers. But you didn't. But I didn't. You seem very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here. But how can I not be when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true. First of all, you had like 2 issues and barely any issues. Your tea mishap wasn't even a mishap. Just decided not to come back. You could have solved that like instantly. I think this is going to be a story of like just managing emotional states, different states of psychiatric distress, people with depression, anxiety, things like that. And you just like, this girl's got anxiety. And it's basically crippling her. And she's like superimposing all her own inner thoughts onto everybody else, even though no one in her stories is actually taking out any of these feelings on her. She's just kind of putting it on herself. I know it isn't true. You know that isn't true. You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me. But I seem to just get smaller. Except with zucchinis. I can't figure how to make those grow. So in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. You'll have to find that path out then. Like on a quest? For example. Don't you think I'm a little too under-leveled? Do you think that'll change by sitting around? I guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't and no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they got? But what if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best thing you can do is try to help them. So what if another adventure swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? More hands are better than two, and who knows, you might even end up forming a party. Oh. And besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before I even try. After all, I'm a very fast runner. So if I screw up, I can just run away real quick. That's the spirit. Okay. I, Fable, a great gardener and future hero, charmer of nymphs, am going to embark on this quest to save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do it right? Yes. Good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid you on your journey? Yes. Do you have something that can make me more nimble and quiet so the werewolf won't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity? If you want to fight it, I'm going to need that surprise round advantage. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy. Perhaps it's just an hungry, lost lichen after all, and it just needs a pep talk and a hug. So does the drink I give her affect how she'll solve this quest? Maybe we could even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I'll leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it at one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice could influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest. But, of course, I'm sure you're aware of that. Sorry for backseat mixing. So can I just make the complete wrong drink and actually kill her? So, let's see here. So she wants something with dexterity or something with charisma. I think the only option I got really is Spoken Heart? Probably Spoken Heart. Spoken Heart or Swift Strike? We'll go with Spoken Heart. Do I have anything else here? I have nothing that's a hybrid mix of both, so we'll go with Spoken Heart. Actually, no, that's not charisma. Charisma's down. What am I doing? Charisma's this one. Defenses. Hold on, where's charisma? Cantio, right? So Cantio's charisma. Okay, so charisma is this one up here. Okay, I was right. For some reason I thought this was charisma. But I think that's defense, yeah. Okay. Okay, and then I need strength. No, that's incorrect. Get the green out of there. It's the blue. This should do it. Thank you. I feel much better, braver. Farming. No, wait, that sounds like I'm tending to a farm. There's a lot of farmers in Tavern. I'm gonna go protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. I just hope I don't have to fight anyone. No, I'll be okay. Because of your help, I'll be able to talk myself out of any situation. Thank you again. I think this drink gave me the courage I needed to get started. You got this, Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay, I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday. And I'd like to thank you properly if I ever did end up taking a quest, so I brought you some phoenix chilies from the garden. They seem like something you might enjoy. They possess natural magical properties, and you can plant them in the right soil and they can grow to be fire resistant. And consumption can pass that on to mortals like us. Exactly. I thought they might go well with your drinks. They will. Thank you, Fable. That's a very thoughtful gift. And since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions in a few days, I'll take a look at them all together later. Oh, of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. But first I have to complete this quest. I'll see you in my post-victory. I hope Faye will be alright. I hope she survives this, her first adventure. I don't even know what level she is. I don't think level matters. There's nothing telling me that what level this quest is supposed to be. I wonder what path their fate took. Maybe a zesty one. I hope I was able to help. That's the end of the demo. I would like to see the outcome of that. I think that it probably should have shown some outcomes just so I get an idea of like, okay, how much does a drink change how your character develops, you know? I like the idea of this game. I think it's kind of cool. You know, I'm a big fan of just like deep and heavy story and character development. I think this game's going to have a lot of that. They had some interesting characters that it did introduce. I do want to see how these quests kind of turn out. It's a game I will check out. I'm going to put it on the watch list. I'm going to watch it. Check it out again after the beta is finished. I'm not going to be like, yeah, I'm going to buy this game right away at launch. I'd probably play this game later down the road because there's a lot of games that I have on my list of things to play. But I definitely like this game. I definitely will check it out again later on when it is finished. That was Tavern Talk. You know, a visual novel. Some people are not really into that style of game because of the slow pace and the cadence of it all. But every now and then, a good visual novel, depending on how good the story is, can keep you really entertained, can hit the spirit, and they can stay with you in terms of like the characters and development and all that. So I do like visual novels. I did like Tavern Talk so far. I like Fable. An interesting character there. So yeah, I definitely will check this out and see where it goes. I appreciate you guys for dropping by. Leave a comment down below if you'll actually consider checking out Tavern Talk yourself. Like the video, subscribe to support the channel. Have yourselves a good morning. And this is the only video you watch of me today. A good afternoon or good night. P.S. I apologize for my reading out loud. I'm still working on that. I'm not really a big fan of, you know, the public reading of all these dialogue boxes. But I figured since I'm making videos online and doing a YouTube channel that I will keep reading these out as best as I can and eventually I get better. All right, guys, take it easy.